Hey guys and girls, it's me, Sweet Rocket, and of course soon enough it's gonna be July, and in July Far From Home is coming out. Thank goodness, I thought Lena was gonna appear again for some reason. But yeah, today we're not talking about Spider-Man or Far From Home. We're talking about a certain character in Far From Home though, that hasn't really appeared that much in the MCU for a while now. So yeah, do you know what that character is? Well, I'm about to show you. There she is. Oh man, not again. Where'd it go? So yeah, it's Maria Hill, considered to many to be S.H.I.E.L.D.'s best agent. She first appeared in the first Avengers, then appeared in several movies in the MCU's history, but not many people talk about her. Usually people just talk about him, or him, or him, or her, or him, or him, or him, or a personal attack on her. So I thought it'd be fun to look through all of her appearances in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and maybe find something interesting along the way. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Maria Hill first appeared in the first Avengers film. When people find out about this, people's reactions are, "Oh look, it's that gal from How I Met Your Mother." Originally, Maria Hill was actually going to start this whole movie. Yeah, that's right. She was gonna open up the movie with an opening line, of course. So yeah, I'm interested to see what that that line is and what that scene actually is all about. So luckily I have my phone here. So yeah, let's see why they cut it out. This is a bit dark.
You want to know what went wrong?
What went wrong? There's nothing wrong about it. I mean, come on, they saved the day. There isn't anything wrong about it. I mean, come on. Thousands more would have been killed if they weren't there to, save the day.
A lot of people are dead, Agent Hill. Somebody has to answer for that.
A lot of people have to answer for that.
Nick Fury,
That man.
you filed several reports criticizing Director Fury's actions since you joined S.H.I.E.L.D.
Because he's reckless. We're at war, and he thinks about superheroes.
The Avengers?
Who would bring those people together and not expect what happened?
Oh my goodness, don't drop the butt out! There. Give me a minute. Whew. Wow, that was unexpected. Man, if that scene was, oh my goodness, that scene was actually in the movie, Civil War could have started early. Although what I found interesting about this, deleted scene is that Maria Hill kind of disagrees with Nick Fury's actions. And you see that, she complained a lot about, what Nick Fury is doing with this whole superhero thing and all that. Which is very interesting because usually Maria Hill kind of understands what Nick Fury is doing, especially nowadays. So, yeah, it's a bit odd to see her disagreeing with Nick Fury. And I kind of feel like it could have changed the character if the scene was left in. But I understand why it was left out. It was kind of a bit too dark for the movie. I know it's not really dark, but I kind of feel like it's too dark for the Avengers movie. Because you're here for the happy-go-lucky action, so yeah, I understand why this was cut. Well, at least Maria Hill did show up in the actual opening in some capacity. Yeah! Oh, never mind. We're just gonna focus on Nick Fury then. Okay. Yeah, even though this is her first appearance, she doesn't really appear that much in the film, which I guess it makes sense because, this is the Avengers after all. People are here to see, these guys. But still, the scenes that she does appear in are pretty alright. It looks fine. But I kind of feel like there are a few hints to, her original personality that we saw in the original opening. But now it's more like a, I don't understand, than a, I don't understand! One thing I also find out while watching the first Avengers again is that how good she looks in most of the scenes. I mean, seriously, just take one snapshot of one of the scenes that she are in and it's probably gonna look good as a wallpaper or something like that. I don't know, that seems to be the case for most of these scenes. It's pretty crazy. But you know what's even crazier? She was able to go against Hawkeye all by herself. I mean, sure, they were in cars and sure, she didn't win. But still, it's still crazy to think about because, you know, she survived all of that. So, yeah. And plus, Hawkeye is considered now, you know, the most important Avenger, of course. Because, you know, as we noticed so far in the past, the Avengers lose and he wasn't there. So, yeah, but when he's there, of course, they win. So, yeah, I kind of feel like it's pretty cool that, you know, Maria Hill, you know, go up against, you know, the most important Avenger. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about Maria Hill in the first Avengers. It's not a bad first appearance. I kind of feel like it would be more interesting if, you know, if the original opening was kept in with her original personality where she kind of really disagrees with, you know, Nick Fury's actions. And then it would be cooler if, you know, later on she realizes at the end, you know, why Nick Fury is not doing this. But still, what we got here was pretty alright. She just doesn't understand first in the beginning of the movie, and at the ending she, you know, finally understands what Nick Fury is doing and all of this with the superheroes and all that, and the Avengers Initiative. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's alright. It's an alright first appearance. So yeah, that's pretty much for that. So let's move on to her next appearance, which of course is later on, in 2 years later, of course, with Captain America, the Winter Soldier. And it was back in 2014, the same year as the first Guardians of the Galaxy, which of course was directed by James Gunn. And speaking of James Gunn, I remember a lot of people keep saying like, oh my goodness, this guy is working for both Marvel and DC now because, you know, he's now directing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and also directing the Suicide Squad reboot, which of course is called The Suicide Squad. So I mean, a lot of people make a big deal out of it, but a lot of people don't remember that there's a lot of other people who work for both Marvel and DC. And one of those people is actually this gal right here. Yeah, the actor who played Maria Hill, which of course is Kobe Smulders, actually played a character in a certain movie which is related to DC. And of course in 2014, well, it's the Lego movie. And she played, you know, Lego Wonder Woman. And of course I mentioned this before, and you know, her iconic line, of course. To the invisible jet! Dang it! Yeah, I thought it'd be best to mention that because it kind of relates to Maria Hill in a way because Kobe Smulders was actually going to play Wonder Woman in an old movie, I think, back in 2003 that they were going to create, but it got cancelled. And it was actually going to be directed by Joss Whedon, and then, you know, Joss Whedon moves on to direct Avengers, the first Avengers, and that's when Maria Hill first appeared. So it kind of goes full circle. That's a nice little fun fact there. But yeah, let's go back to the Winter Soldier, of course. I kind of feel like in this movie, you kind of really get the feeling that, you know, Maria Hill is the second to Nick Fury. And it wasn't really that clear back in the first Avengers that, you know, she was the second, but here it really is. Because, you know, in the first Avengers, she was still understanding of what, you know, Nick Fury is all about, but now she knows. So, yeah, I kind of feel like it's pretty great that they displayed that on screen in the Winter Soldier. Even though, you know, she didn't really appear that much in the film because, you know, Nick Fury presumably died and goes into hiding, and Maria Hill follows with him because, you know, she's the second. So, yeah, it's a bit unfortunate we didn't get that, you know, that much Maria Hill action. At least he did appear in the final battle, of course, in the Winter Soldier. But besides that, it's a bit unfortunate that we didn't get to see much of, you know, Maria Hill in this film. I also had this idea, I remember I mentioned this in the Winter Soldier review, where Black Widow and Maria Hill could fight together in a big action sequence. I remember I mentioned that a long time ago back in the Winter Soldier review. But still, the movie was great, you know, regardless, of course. So yeah, I'm not complaining there. But of course, at the end of the film, you know, S.H.I.E.L.D. went down, of course. But, well, not really went down. They kind of become more of a secret, you know, organization. So yeah, since that happened, Maria Hill decided to, you know, quit S.H.I.E.L.D. kind of in a way, and, you know, work for Stark Industries, which of course follows up later on in Avengers Age of Ultron.
Lab's all set up, boss.
Actually, he's the boss. I just pay for everything and design everything and make everyone look cooler.
So of course her third appearance is in Avengers Age of Ultron. And I kind of feel like this is where the Maria Hill character really shined, because I kind of feel like at this point of time, she kind of got used to all the superheroes and all those stuff and all that, and, you know, understand them, of course. So yeah, I kind of feel like this leads to a really fun personality with Maria Hill in this movie.
Their abilities?
He's got increased metabolism and improved thermal homeostasis. Her thing is neuroelectric interfacing, telekinesis, mental manipulation. He's fast and she's weird.
So, no peppers? Not coming?
What about Jane? Where are the ladies, gentlemen?
Oh, Miss Potts has a company of her own.
So I'm not even sure what country Jane's in. Her work in the Convergence has made her the world's foremost astronomer.
And the company that Pepper runs is the largest tech conglomerate on Earth. It's pretty exciting.
There's even talk of Jane getting a Nobel Prize.
Yeah, they must be busy because they'd hate missing you guys get together. Testosterone!
So yeah, I really like her personality there, but unfortunately after the party sequence, Ultron comes of course and ruins the party. So yeah, after that, the Avengers have to go to multiple places and Maria Hill just stays at, the Avengers Tower and, let Nick Fury know about this whole thing, and this leads into, the SHIELD, some couple of old friends from SHIELD, helping, the Sokovia people, get to safety of course. So yeah, it's a bit unfortunate we didn't get to see much of Maria Hill after, the party sequence, but still it's great while it lasted of course. So yeah, I really like, her character in Age of Ultron. I kind of feel like this is her best appearance yet. And I kind of feel like it's her only best appearance yet because, yeah, after this, I kind of feel like we never really get to see Maria Hill that often after this. And why is that? Because the very next year, just the very next year, I just realized this now, just the very next year, the Avengers split up because, of course, Civil War happened and Maria Hill did not appear in that movie. And I heard a lot of rumors. I saw like in a few old articles that there's a rumor that she might appear in, because she actually appeared in the comic actually, and it played a pretty important role, but I feel like it won't work in the movie Civil War, because in that comic she was actually was almost able to trap all of the superheroes in an alternate dimension, but luckily of course the superheroes managed to escape in time. But still, it's pretty crazy to think about. I don't think that will actually work in the movie Civil War, because at this point of time Maria Hill understands all of the superheroes. If the scene from the original Avengers of course was still there, I kind of feel like it could make sense in some way, but still I think it won't work at all. So I guess I'm glad that Maria Hill didn't appear in it. I mean, sure, it would be cool if she did appear in some capacity, but not in the same way as the comics of course. But yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, but I guess it's okay. The Civil War is still, it's like Winter Soldier of course. Civil War was still alright without her of course. But yeah, this is where, Maria Hill doesn't show up at all. Like about 3 years after, Avengers Age of Ultron, she did not appear at all. I'm surprised it was 3 years ago. Man, it's a bit weird that we had a lot of movies in 3 years. I mean, we got Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Thor, Black Panther, all the way until Infinity War and Endgame. It's a bit crazy how many movies we got in a short time period until Endgame. Before we move on to our last two movies, and I'm pretty sure you guys know what those movies are, I want to take a little detour into some other stuff she's been in, like a TV show, which of course is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which makes sense since, she is a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent after all. She kind of retains the same personality she had back in Age of Ultron, but I kind of feel like it's a bit different in this environment since most of the people around here, well technically almost all of them, except Agent Coulson I guess, haven't met the Avengers and all that, and she's kind of like the only one besides Agent Coulson to actually met them. So it kind of gives you the feeling, because I saw some of the dialogue, she's kind of like, the only way I can describe is like she's just saying like, yeah, I was with the Avengers. I don't know, in some of the dialogue, it's not all the dialogue, some of it is just something that's kind of like straight out of Age of Ultron, but some of it is kind of like that as well. So yeah, it's a bit interesting as well. I kind of expected something like that since this is the only big connection that the TV show's gonna get from the Avengers besides Agent Coulson, which of course is a recurring character, which of course technically is the main character in that show. So yeah, that's pretty much it for a little detour. So of course let's go back into her next appearance in an MCU movie, which of course is Avengers Infinity War. So yeah, I actually haven't watched Avengers Infinity War in a long while. It's not a long while, but I haven't actually watched it recently. Even before Endgame, I didn't actually go and recap myself on that. So yeah, I kind of feel like I should go watch it now. So luckily I have a device that will speed up the process a bit. So give me a second. And I'm pretty sure you guys know what the weapon is. Yeah, I guess you can consider it a weapon. But anyways, time to get it out here. Time to enter the password. The dog's barking. Anyways, of course it's this. What do you think it was? But yeah, I'm gonna put this in my hand and let's go into the TV, shall we? Man, it's been a while since I've sat here for this channel. So anyways, how this is gonna work is that I'm gonna use the little time stone thing on this glove, I guess, and just fast forward my experience with the movie. So yeah, you don't have to wait for me watching about 2 hours, I guess, to watch this film. So yeah, let's do this. Okay, I just gotta do this and is everything back to normal? Am I speaking clearly? I think it worked. Anyways, yeah, I just finished watching the movie all the way until the end where Thanos is smiling and all that. I'm just going through the credits right now. So yeah, it doesn't seem like she's in this movie. Maybe I'm mistaken. I thought she was in this movie.
Still no word from Stark?
No, not yet. We're watching every satellite on both hemispheres, but still nothing.
Hey, I recognize that voice. Hey, it's them. They're alive. Oh my goodness. I'm glad they survived the snap.
Well done.
Oh. Never mind then. Well, see you in Endgame, I guess. She only appeared at Tony Stark's funeral and that's it. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing because I kind of feel like she could have been in, that final battle sequence, maybe somewhere at that A4 scene. Yeah, that's what people calling it, the one where all of those MCU female characters, fight together to protect the glove that, Peter Parker is holding on to. So I mean, I'm pretty sure that she could have fit right in. And plus, even better, why weren't the SHIELD agents there? I mean, come on, they would fit right in with all of the sorcerers and the Ravengers. So yeah, I kind of feel like it's weird that SHIELD wasn't there. I mean, come on, Nick Fury was at the funeral. Why can't he be at the final battles where, well, it'd be cool if, the helicopters come out of the portals. That would be so cool to see. It kind of feel a bit insane as well. Speaking of which, a plane's coming right now. I don't think it's a helicarrier. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, you should have listened to Doctor Strange, Wong. That wasn't everybody. But yeah, that's pretty much all of her appearances so far. Yeah, they kind of don't really focus on Maria Hill, of course. Of course, because, it's all about the Avengers, about Iron Man and Black Widow and, Hulk, Thor, all of them, of course, already by now, because they're well known, of course. So yeah, I guess it makes sense. I totally understand that. And it's not a bad thing either, because I kind of feel like, surprisingly, well, come on, notice how long this video has gone already. I mean, come on, it's surprising for how, little, this gal appears in, the movies. I was able to talk a lot about her in this video. So yeah, there is something interesting about her because I kind of feel like what they're doing with her is kind of similar with the Hulk, but in a much more smaller scale. You see, what they did with the Incredible Hulk is that since, Avengers until Avengers Endgame, even though, he's not the main focus, they still give enough screen time to him so that all the movies combined, they kind of make one big storyline, which actually looks pretty nice. So yeah, I kind of feel like that's the same thing what they did with Maria Hill, but it's a lot less, big, I guess. It's kind of hidden in a way, as you can see. So, you have to dig into it a bit deep so, you can actually see it for yourself, and that's what I was trying to do throughout this video. So, yeah, it was actually a pretty fun ride going through all of her appearances. So, yeah, I actually really like how, the storyline is going so far for her. It's not as, as big as, the Incredible Hulk, which is a lot more, crazier and more cooler, to be honest. But still, I really appreciate how they, handle Maria Hill, because to be honest, she could just be, some random character that, follows Nick Fury all the time with not many, appearances, not really much with character development and everything. But they kind of actually put a lot of effort, even though, he has, a lack of appearances. So, yeah, I'm pretty surprised. So, yeah, that's what I really like about this character. So I kind of consider her, my favorite female MCU character. So, yeah. I don't really know what to do. I just gonna do this. So with that said, alright guys and girls, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. So yeah, it was pretty fun making this video. It's a very interesting process. And yeah, I'm not making this into a series. I just feel like I want to do this video. It's either do this video or make a Spider-Man Homecoming review. But I'm pretty sure I don't need to do that. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna explain some of my opinions on Homecoming once Far From Home is out. So yeah, you just have to wait until Far From Home for my opinions, kind of, of Homecoming while reviewing, the sequel. So yeah, just wait until that, of course. So yeah, it's really fun making this video. I really wanted to do this for a while now, and I kind of feel like this was the best time to do it since Far From Home is almost coming out. So yeah, just wait until the Far From Home video. Yeah, it might take a while because I kind of have a lot of stuff to do. There's gonna be exams soon in July, so you gotta wait for a while until that Far From Home review is gonna come out. So yeah, just stay tuned. So until then, guys, rock it on. I did put the fan so near the camera.